Thank you all for listening and watching my videos. Please subscribe and like my channel Master Coolitz. Hoping that you will not skip my ads. It's a big help for me by not skipping it. Thank you so much. Dragon Shadow. The Rise.
7 talents of the Northern Demon Country. One of them was a young man surging with vital energy and filled with spirit. On the other hand, Zane Martel had completely sealed his vital energy. Both sides' attacks exploded in the air. Zane Martel paused for a moment, and then he exerted a strong force from his body and sent the young man flying far away.
Unbelievable!
He managed to qualify for this round without even using his vital energy at all. He's incredible.
That's right, he had trained well on his physical strength.
Countless people cheered. Zane Martel pondered. He began to feel that it would be difficult for him to easily win against his current opponent solely using his physical strength. However, the elders watched him closely from the top of Kangmu Arena. They were stunned by his ability.
This young man is rather capable. Perhaps he could stand a chance to join the Dragon Envoy of Kangmu. We should pay close attention to him and recommend him to the leaders.
The Dragon Envoy of Kangmu? I think it's too early to tell. Zane Martel is indeed skillful, but if he doesn't have the talent, it would be pointless.
You're right. Let's observe more for now.
The few elders were discussing with each other as their gazes once again landed on Zane Martel.
Who else would like to challenge Zane Martel?
The referee asked again and scanned the audience. A man shouted as he jumped up on the stage from the side of Tang Walter. He had a huge heavy sword on his back.
Zane Martel, I will kill you.
The Tang family was the second largest force in the Qing continent other than the Divine Hawk camp. Their influence in the Qing continent was slightly greater compared to the Divine Hawk camp. After all, they played a huge role in the economy of the Qing continent. If they wanted to, they could prevent the whole of the Qing continent from getting their hands on any pills, and that could bring the whole continent down. Therefore, the Tang family cultivated many strong warriors. Even if the person was a good-for-nothing, they could use pills to turn him undoubtedly powerful.
Listen up, Zane Martel. I am Ted Marcus, the cousin of Tang Walter. You will die in my hands today. You could only blame yourself for going against Kangmu and the Tang family. If you're willing to surrender now, I could make your death less painful.
Ted Marcus said arrogantly with a disdainful smile. In his opinion, Zane Martel was merely a little stronger physically, and it was not going to be difficult to kill him.
Idiot. Are all the people in your Tang family fools?
Do you know who you're talking to? How dare you speak that way to me? I am going to kill you.
Ted Marcus roared. He charged toward Zane Martel with his huge sword in his hand. The surrounding wind howled and the light was blinding. Ted Marcus was indeed much stronger than Zane Martel's previous opponents. Therefore, he was acting pompous. However, he was not a smart man. Zane Martel had merged with the power of wind and easily dodged Ted Marcus's attack. His sword attack was useless, despite how sharp the sword was.
You bastard! How dare you? Is this all you know? To hide from my attack? I'm going to kill you. After that, I'm going to take advantage of your woman after Kangmu is done with her, and I am going to have a good time.
Ted Marcus roared with a perverted face. Zane Martel frowned and his gaze flashed with killing intent. At that moment, he stopped containing the vital energy in him. Zane Martel said coldly, then flicked his finger.
Why are you in such a hurry to die? You and the Tang family should never come near the people I care about.
The crowd could only see a green shadow of sword energy breaking through the air. It was quicker than the speed of lightning, and it disappeared instantly. The sword energy pierced through Ted Marcus's heart. He screamed and fell directly to the ground without any breath. He was killed in one move.
How terrifying! Is Zane Martel finally showing his true strength?
The audience was flabbergasted. They had seen Zane Martel fight his opponents with his physical body, but they had never expected him to be a sword cultivator.
Oh my, I think Zane Martel is much more than a genius.
This is horrifying. Zane Martel had been hiding his true strength the whole time.
Can he break the record of the 7 talents of Northern Demon Country?
Someone was comparing Zane Martel with the 7 talents of Northern Demon Country, the most influential geniuses in the Northern Demon Country. They were also recognized as the strongest among the younger generation. During the advanced level, they crossed 2 levels in the Kangmu arena and won consecutively. The weaker warrior among the 7 had once created a record of 5 consecutive victories. Meanwhile, the strongest one among the 7 had even crossed 2 levels and had 9 straight wins. Since then, no one had broken his record. Although Zane Martel had only won 2 matches, he was still able to do it with ease. He may just beat the record of the 7 talents of Northern Demon Country.
How dare you, Zane Martel, you are seeking death.
He slammed the table and stood up, glaring at Zane Martel.
Would you like to stop me, Tang Walter? Why don't you come up and challenge me? We'll see who is stronger.
Tang Walter didn't dare to move an inch. Tang Walter was merely in the 7th tier advanced level. Furthermore, just like most of the Tang family members, his skills were cultivated from pills. Compared to ordinary people, their strength was still relatively good. However, Zane Martel managed to defeat him in one move on the streets back then. He was now well aware of the strength difference between him and Zane Martel.
You're trying to manipulate me. It's not happening. Even if I can't defeat you, I'm sure someone else can.
At this time, a mysterious man in a black robe stood up behind Tang Walter. He was surrounded by a strong aura. A major completion of the power of metal was felt within the aura.
Kian, please help me kill this ignorant brat this time. I will fulfill your requests as promised.
Don't worry about it. Since I have a favor to ask of you, I'll help you teach this person a lesson.
The mysterious man came out and took off his black robe as he walked. The mystery man turned out to be a sexy and graceful woman. The woman exposed her snow-white skin, her fair belly button, and her blonde hair. She had green pupils and a fierce aura in her gaze. There was a strange ball embroidered on the chest of the clothes. It was shaped like an unknown creature, and in the middle of it, there was a glowing dark red color.
Demon God Sect, why is she here?
Then the entire arena fell into a state of panic.
Shouldn't the Demon God Sect be in the 3 northern states? Is there about to be war with the Qing continent?
Oh my god, it seems that the Qing continent is not going to have peace anytime soon.
Demon God Sect?
Zane Martel descended into deep thought. The Demon God Sect was not a force from the Qing continent. It was a force in the 3 northern states. The Terran City, the Land Continent, and the Magi Continent. To be exact, the forces behind the pseudo-royal family were the Demon God Sect. Normally, the people of the Demon God Sect would not appear in other regions, especially in the Qing continent. Therefore, the appearance of this woman named Qian caused such a stir. Even among the high-level members of the Kangmu arena, several elders could not help but frown when they saw Qian.
The Demon God Sect actually entered the Qing continent? It seems that even the only peaceful place in the northern demon country is doomed to be in trouble.
Yes, but forget about it. It has nothing to do with us anyway. No matter how reckless the Demon God Sect is, they don't dare to do anything to the Kangmu arena.
Qian slowly walked up to the stage. Although she was only of the 8th level spirit level, she gave off a strong trace of danger.
So you're Zane Martel. Although we had never met and have no grudges against one another, Tang Walter had requested me to get rid of you. Can you do me a favor and make your death easy for both of us?
Zane Martel's expression paused as he replied in a similar calm manner.
I don't feel like dying yet. Could you die instead?
Qian suddenly frowned, and a golden snake-like sword appeared in her hand. As the sound of the sword was heard, a ray of incomparably bright sword energy directly rushed toward Zane Martel. The sword energy was imbued with the power of the Major Completion Golden Force. It was extremely sharp and broke through the air. Zane Martel did not dare to be careless. As he merged with the power of wind of the Major Completion level, he used the Wind Serpent step to dodge. Suddenly, the sky-killing sword appeared in Zane Martel's hand. He shook his long sword and charged toward Qian. An ear-piercing sharp sound rang throughout the arena. The entire arena kept shaking, and a terrifying wave of air rolled in all directions. Their first move was equally matched.
Eh?
Qian was somewhat surprised. She did not expect Zane Martel to be able to block her attack. Even Tang Walter was stunned. Qian was a genius disciple of the Demon God Sect. It had always been a piece of cake for her to kill someone who was stronger than her. Originally, Tang Walter assumed Qian would have killed Zane Martel in one move, and he would present Zane Martel's dead body to his father, Michael Collins. However, they were not the only ones that were shocked. Almost the whole of the audience was stupefied. Then, they started having discussions about the fight.
How long do you think Zane Martel can last on stage? He's facing Keon from the Demon God sect.
10 rounds. Wait, no, 5 rounds. This time, the Teng family is truly ruthless. They even invited the members of the Demon God sect here.
That's right. It looks like Zane Martel's winning streak will end here.
Moreover, he will even lose his life. What a loss.
Someone began to feel pity for Zane Martel. Teng Walter heard those comments and he was delighted.
Kian is one of the top powerful members of the Demon God sect. Zane Martel, today will be the day you die.
I'm impressed that you're able to survive my first attack, but will you be able to withstand what's coming next?
Since she failed to hurt him with her first attempt, she immediately launched a storm-like attack. In the blink of an eye, hundreds of sharp sword energy were sent out. They were combined with the power of metal of the major completion level, which was going to create major damage. It seemed that even the void was going to be sliced into pieces by her sword energy. Kian's strength was absolutely powerful and terrifying. In terms of strength, she was definitely much stronger than most of the people present in the arena. Even if she was to fight across levels, it would not be a problem for Kian as well. Zane Martel frowned and wielded his sky-killing sword like a phantom. The amazing sword vigor collided with Kian's sword energy. The color of the sky changed as the rolling sword vigor collided with each other. It rose into the sky and smashed through the clouds. The aftermath of the fight between the two rolled up layers of sword waves and shot in all directions. In an instant, the whole arena was full of holes. The scene was unsightly.
Kian's strength is incredible. It looks like the Teng family had planned to take Zane Martel's life.
That's right. I heard that there was some conflict between the Teng family and the Divine Hawk camp. Zane Martel appears to be someone from the Divine Hawk camp. More importantly, a few days ago, Zane Martel almost killed Teng Walter on the street.
Oh my God, it can't be.
In just a few minutes, the two of them had exchanged more than 100 moves, but none of them could do anything to each other. Kian was very surprised and said lightly,
I have to admit, you're very capable. But now that I've heard that you are a member of the Divine Hawk camp, that makes it even more necessary to kill you.
All of a sudden, Kian took a step back and exuded vital energy from the inside of her body. A blood-colored light emerged, moving from her spine and all the way up to her head. Suddenly, the light erupted. Her body began to transform dramatically, and dense scales appeared on its skin. Her pupils turned vertical. Then she turned into thousands of small snakes that were the size of a finger.
Look, Kian has turned into a beast. I heard that there is a trace of ancient demonic beast snake blood in her body. It was true.
Seeing Kian's strange appearance, many people screamed.
Go to hell.
Her jade-green eyes flashed with a green light as she made eye contact with Zane Martel. Zane Martel's limbs had become extremely heavy. When he lowered his head to take a look, he realized his body was turning into stone.
This is...
Zane Martel's expression changed drastically. He had never expected Kian's attack to be so powerful.
This time around, Zane Martel is definitely going to die.
That's right, Kian is going to win for sure.
The audience was shocked to see this scene.
Zane Martel!
Elora's eyebrows were pressed together as she held her breath. She felt anxious. Kian flashed her sword and streaked across the void. As it was almost impossible to avoid, it slashed towards Zane Martel's head. Just when everyone thought that Zane Martel had absolutely no chance of winning and was about to be beheaded the next moment, Zane Martel suddenly smiled in a strange manner.
What a coincidence. I have the same talent. Do you want to see it?
Kian froze. It was obvious that she had no idea what he meant. At this critical moment, a stream of black light shot out from between Zane Martel's eyebrows. The moment it hit Kian, all the colors in her eyes had been taken away. Colorless world. Zane Martel once again opened the colorless world. Within a 1-meter radius, even the time had been stopped. Without hesitation, he brandished his sky-killing sword and instantly beheaded Kian. Her head fell to the ground without any blood splattering. Dozens of sword energy shot out and directly crushed the martial spirit hidden in Kian's body. Then, Zane Martel withdrew the colorless world. It consumed a lot of his willpower. There was a dead silence. No one realized what had happened. Just like that, an earth-shattering sound of venting could be heard.
Kian is dead? Damn it, what happened? How did she die all of a sudden? Did you guys see it clearly?
I didn't see it. Is it because their speed was too quick for us to see anything? Oh my, Zane Martel has managed to defeat Kian.
Nearly 400,000 spectators were in the arena, and none of them could believe what had just happened. Tang Walter had got to be one of the ones who suffered the most shock. He stared blankly at Kian's head, which was on the ground. His mind went blank.
Kian is dead? How could this be? She was one of the best in Demon God Sect. It should have been extremely easy for her to kill Zane Martel. How did this happen? Why?
His knees dropped to the ground and his body was drenched in a cold sweat. At this moment, Zane Martel had just devoured all of Kian's blood energy talent and her blood essence of the flying serpent. He picked up Kian's storage ring and calmly stood up. He walked toward Tang Walter.
What other tricks do you have? Feel free to use them. I don't mind killing a few more people from the Tang family.
Zane Martel looked at the area where the Tang family was in. His indifferent expression made him look like the god of death to the people of the Tang family. Everyone was silent as their body trembled.
What a joke. Kian, one of the top members of the Demon God Sect, was defeated by Zane Martel. How could the others among them here possibly put up a fight with Zane Martel?
Although there were people in the 8th level spirit level, they were not as strong as Kian. It would be a waste of time and their life if they were to battle Zane Martel.
Don't get cocky just yet, Zane Martel. When the Demon God Sect finds out that you killed Kian, they're going to destroy you.
Is that so? I will be welcoming them, but I'm afraid that they may be coming after you before me.
Tang Walter's body quivered harder, and his heart was beating wildly. Zane Martel was right. Although he was the one that defeated Kian, Tang Walter was the one that brought her here. The Demon God Sect would want Zane Martel dead, but Tang Walter would not be able to live either. Zane Martel laughed out loud when he saw Tang Walter completely freaked out.
Who else is willing to come up and fight with me? I'll only use less than half of my strength.
Less than half of his strength?
When everyone heard this, they were stunned for a few seconds, and then they began to laugh at themselves. The member of the Demon God Sect had just died at the hands of Zane Martel. Therefore, even without trying, he would still be way more powerful than they are.
Zane Martel, since no one has stepped onto the stage, the Kangmu Arena will send someone to fight.
Zane Martel nodded. Soon, a middle-aged man in black armor stepped onto the stage. However, the man's eyes were filled with fear as he looked at Zane Martel. Sure enough, the man was defeated by Zane Martel within a couple of exchanges. After that, Zane Martel continued to participate in the battle. His every move was filled with incomparable strength. Perhaps it was because Zane Martel had displayed such astonishing strength when he defeated Kian. Even the people sent by the Kangmu Arena were afraid of Zane Martel. They had already lost the fight before it had even begun.
5 consecutive victories. Zane Martel had already surpassed the records of the other 7 talents of Northern Demon Country.
Zane Martel had won 5 consecutive victories, but no one was surprised. Some people even thought that it was perfectly normal for Zane Martel to completely break the record of the 7 talents of Northern Demon Country. After all, even if it was the 7 talents of Northern Demon Country, they hadn't displayed such strength when they were in the advanced level.
Zane Martel, do you wish to continue?
Of course, how could I give up such a good opportunity to make money? Go on, go on.
Zane Martel replied with a smile. His victory was like a chariot, advancing with indomitable will, not showing any signs of stopping at all. Since no one was willing to come up to challenge him, they had to send someone from the Kangmu Arena. However, regardless of who their strength was, they were all defeated by Zane Martel.
Damn it! I have completely underestimated Zane Martel. Originally, I thought we were going to make money off him, but now it seems like the opposite.
Hurry up and stop this kid. Otherwise, if he continues to win, half of the entrance fees we earn today will be given to him.
9 straight wins. Soon, Zane Martel got rid of the record of the strongest of the 7 talents of Northern Demon Country. But he did not stop.
10 consecutive victories. He actually crossed 2 levels and won 10 straight wins.
The crowd burst into an uproar. Finally, someone broke the record of the 7 talents of Northern Demon Country.
This is madness. It seems that his talent is stronger than the leader of the 7 talents of Northern Demon Country. The head of the 7 talents of Northern Demon Country was also a member of the Demon God Sect. When he was in the advanced level, he had already surpassed most people. Now that he has broken through to the expert level, he is even more powerful. He should be stronger than Zane Martel, am I right?
That's right. However, I think that Zane Martel still wants to continue fighting. Is he trying to cross 3 levels?
No way. There has never been a challenge across 3 levels in the history of Kangmu Arena.
We witnessed a miracle this time. This ticket is well worth it.
That's right. After today, Zane Martel's name will spread throughout the entire Northern Demon Country.
Everyone was shocked and wondered if Zane Martel could become the first person to challenge people who had crossed 3 levels in the Qing continent. Seeing this, Alora laughed happily. No matter how shocking the fight was, she was not surprised because it was Zane Martel. However, those old men in the upper echelons were finally unable to endure any longer. This was because at this moment, Zane Martel looked unsatisfied.
Hurry up. Stop this kid, or we will be paying him all the money we have earned today.
He's a monster. Maybe in the future he will really be able to join the Dragon Envoy of Kangmu. We should keep an eye on him.
Suddenly, an old man transmitted a voice to Zane Martel and said,
"My dear friend, Zane Martel, how about we end the challenge here today? If you're willing, we can give you another 10 million crystals on top of the 66 million crystals you just earned. What do you think?"
Okay, I'm done with the challenge then.